Vamos, Joan, vamos. Chao.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. For the first time in 33 years, MotoGP is ready to race once again in Hungary. We're at the new Balaton Park circuit for the Michelin Grand Prix of Hungary. Round 14, the 2025 MotoGP World Championship. Always great, of course, to come to a new track. The Balaton Park circuit becoming the 75th different circuit to host a MotoGP race. We are joined by three riders who had a brilliant race last time out in Austria 4 days ago, led by Aprilia Racing's Marco Bezzecchi, fourth in the World Championship. Marco third from pole position in Spielberg, and now back-to-back GP podiums for the first time since San Marino and India back in 2023. To Marco's right, we welcome BK8 Gresini Racing rider Fermin Aldeguer. Fermin taking his best result in MotoGP so far with a brilliant second place in Austria, now up to 8th in the World Championship overall. And completing today's lineup, delighted to welcome Honda HRC Castle rider Joan Mir. Joan arriving in Hungary off the back of his best result of 2025 so far, an excellent 6th place in Austria. Gentlemen, welcome to all three of you. Marco, we'll start the press conference with you. A new adventure, a journey into the unknown here this weekend, the first time at Balaton Park. What are your first impressions of the track? And does it a layout you think that will suit your style and the Aprilia?
Well, first of all, it's good to face a new track. It's always interesting to discover new places with the MotoGP bike, especially. So yeah, very curious to see how it will be. I saw, of course, some videos. I spoke a bit with Pecco, which rode here, also Frankie, with the Ducati guys. And yeah, looks cool. Is a little bit maybe small, but looks really funny. A lot of hard brakings, so hopefully will be nice also with the MotoGP.
Marco, the last time MotoGP visited a new track, it was in India. Happy memories for you, of course. You won there and dominated on the Sunday. Do you find it quite easy to learn new tracks, and how do you prepare for racing at a new venue?
Well, no, honestly, no. It's never easy, of course. When everything is new, it's always tricky to be fast on learning everything. In India was good for me, of course. I remember very well, but also it's a different story now. Anyway, to prepare here, I just tried to look as much as I could from home, from the internet that now is full of videos. The Superbike, of course, I followed the Superbike weekend here. This was the maximum that I could do. Also, fortunately, our test riders came here, so we have some data to check. So this is what I can do to try to learn as fast as I can.
Just finally, Marco, you're in great form right now. 3 podiums in the last 4 Grand Prix, pole position last time out in Austria. We've just mentioned 2023. You're on different machinery now, but do you feel you're back at that best level of 2 years ago, or even better right now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, every year in sport is something that is unique, you know. I think I'm trying to be just Marco from 2025. So yeah, for the moment everything is going good, but we cannot stop working. We cannot stop putting our 100% in everything. So okay, that is going well. I'm really happy, but we need to keep going.
Let's hope that good run continues for you and Aprilia here this weekend in Hungary. Marco, we'll come on then now to Fermin Aldeguer, Gresini Racing rider. Fermin, unlike Marco and Joan, you've actually ridden here previously at Balaton Park. It was on a street bike, but what were your first impressions? And it looks quite unique. So is there another track you can compare it to?
Yeah, I came here with all Ducati riders, with Panigale, for sure. The first impression was strange because it's a new track, than we never seen before. But after, when you ride, it's like a familiar track because we adapt our style to a new track very quickly. We are MotoGP rider. We are all time adapting our style to the situation, and yes, was very positive and happy to have some reference.
All 6 Ducati riders were at that test in the summer break. Who was the fastest and who looks like the rider to beat this weekend, maybe?
I don't remember. No, I wasn't focused on the lap time for sure. When you are with your rivals, you look all the lap time, but it's different with MotoGP. We will see what happened this weekend.
Of course, you were fantastic, Fermin, last weekend in Austria. Second place in the race, you were voted for by the fans, the rider of the race. You then won the Best Overtake Award, also voted for by the fans. No rookie has won in MotoGP since Jorge Martin in 2021. Do you think you can win before the end of the season?
I hope this victory arrive soon, but yeah, in Austria was very close, but it's not my first goal. I want to continue learning. We are all time arriving closer to the first, but we have a lot of work. Yeah, for sure. This track is a good opportunity, no, for a rookie rider, because we are all in the same condition, and yeah, we come with a good result, with a good mentality, and with some advantage for this test.
Best of luck to you this weekend as well, Fermin. We'll come on then to Honda HRC Castro rider Joan Mir. Joan, fantastic weekend for you and the team in Austria. We'll talk a bit more about that shortly, but like so many of us, it's your first look at the Balaton Park circuit here today. So what have you made of it, and does it look like a track that might suit the Honda?
Well, I don't know, but the reality is that when we have a new track on the calendar, I think it's an opportunity for everyone to try to get the chance. I don't think, for me as a rider, I have to give that 100%, to give that maximum. But it's not only that I have to adapt quickly to the track. Also, the bike has to adapt quickly to the track. We can, if you start to playing a lot with the setup and everything becomes more difficult. But I think that we can make a good job.
What have you made of the circuit, your first impressions? It looks quite tight, it's quite a unique layout.
Yes, I made a couple of laps with the bicycle, is what I could do. Looks very, very small, quite tight, one of that different tracks in the calendar. I think that to have a different kind of layout is always very nice, because you see something different, maybe some riding characters of people that are able to be faster in this kind of tracks, and well, a lot of braking points, a lot of chances to overtake. So I think it will be great.
Finally, last weekend, after all the recent bad luck, the hard work did pay off, and you got some reward with that strong 6th place in Austria. Do you feel that's where you and the Honda have the potential to be right now on a more consistent basis?
Yes, well, I think that we were doing a very good job during the first part of the season, also last year. But the potential, I felt that we got the potential much earlier than in Austria, no? But the thing is that for one reason, other one crashes, my fault of others, doesn't matter. We couldn't put that result together, and Austria was a good chance to do it. So hopefully, I feel that I can perform more regularly in that top 7, top 6 position. So now we have to be focused to try to give the maximum and try to get that constancy that we missed.
And just finally, what's your assessment of the progress that's been made in 2025 so far by Honda? You always want more, of course, as a rider, but have Honda developed at the pace you'd hope they would do? And what's the next priority as far as you're concerned for the engineers?
Well, we worked a bit on the details during the season, but the reality is that we didn't make a huge step forward from the beginning to now. We made a step forward last year before the test. So I think that we are doing small steps, but forward, and we are not stopping doing steps forward. So it means that that is important. I think that we should continue doing that. Now, next step probably will be test Barcelona. Maybe next race we start to get something different. I don't really know, but I appreciate the effort that Honda is doing.
Gentlemen, for the time being, thank you very much. We'll take questions now from the media. Thank you very much.
Borja González Dazón, a question for the all three. You have, you did it with the bike, you have done it walking, but watching this track, did it remember you any other track, any other part of other tracks where we are racing, I don't know if this season or other seasons? Thank you.
You know, by walking is a bit difficult to understand if some corners are similar to other corners in the calendar. But for sure tomorrow I will get an idea. There are some tight corners that looks like turn 5 in Assen, for example, or well, the chicanes are not in the World Championship, but for example, I rode in Imola in the CIV Moto3, and the chicanes were quite similar. All the rest is quite unique.
Yeah, for me, after I ride here, maybe the hard breaks like Austria is possible, but the corner is a little bit different, you know, because in Austria we have 90 degrees corner, and these corners turn a little bit more, and it's difficult to say which track is similar, but it's a little bit mixed. Also, the fast part a little bit similar to Indonesia, maybe. I don't know. It's difficult, but some corner is similar.
Yes, well, I agree with them. I think that for the character of the turns, can be like a little bit sector 1 in Austria, that chicane, but it's true that this one looks even tighter. Also, this sector 2 looks similar to Mandalika, to sector 2 Mandalika, with that fast corners. So it will be a good mix. Here we don't have a lot of fast corners. Looks like it's more everything line and stop and go. So I think the character itself, normally stop and go tracks are funnier to see from the outside, I would say, nowadays, so it will be great.
Hi, Dimitris Diatsidis from Greek TV. A question for Marco. Marco, recently Gigi Dall'Igna said that it is obvious that our rivals are getting closer, and he said this for Aprilia and your performance. In which places you believe that Aprilia now is closer to the Ducati?
Well, I don't know. It's difficult to make a comparison with the other bikes when you don't ride it. So it's true that we from the beginning we improved a bit in every area of the riding, especially the stability. That was our main issue. As soon as I tested the bike in Montmeló last year, this we made a good step, but still we are on the way, because it's always like this. You always have to improve, and I think that the stability was the biggest step that we did.
Neil Morrison. A question for Bezecchi over here. Marco, you said in Austria that there was a small technical issue that was causing you to slow down a little bit at the end of the race. I was just curious, have Aprilia's engineers found out what the issue was, and how was it affecting you in the race?
Well, we made, of course, as always, the meeting after the weekend, and we are still analyzing everything. So the engineers are working on it. I really can't say you anything more. I'm sorry, but we will find everything.
Giovanni Zamagni, MotoGP and Sky Italia. I wanted to know if the method inside the method of work inside the box has changed a lot from last year or not.
The method is always the character is very similar, but I would say that the impact when you have some problem that can be solved in a short time period. I see there an important upgrade. I see something. We short a bit the timings of things that can be solved fast, and that is something that on the past we struggled a little bit, and I think that we improved. But a part of that, the character of a bit of the company itself and everything is quite similar, and I don't think that has to be really changed at the moment.
Máté Sebők, Rally Café magazine. Question to all of you. A few weeks ago in the Superbike Hungary round, maybe you've seen the big crash in the first and the second corner. And after that, Bulaga said that he wouldn't do a start in a MotoGP bike. Do you think that part could be dangerous either in MotoGP or in the other categories?
Well, you know, motorsport is always in a small line between fantastic but also dangerous, you know. So it's obvious that the start is the most critical point, but is critical everywhere, not only, for example, here. So I don't know, because we still never tried this track. For sure, tomorrow after the practices in the safety commission, we can speak together with all the riders and consider everything, but till that moment it's difficult to say.
Yeah, for me it's similar. For sure, when you have a first corner like this and a second corner that is very close and is slow, for sure it's more difficult to take your position, and for sure it's important to start in the first position for stay more calm.
Yes, well, first of all, always we have to try to be able to express a bit our opinion, but from the outside, I don't really see. Always there is a risk, as they said, in MotoGP or in this world. The start is very dangerous, and also when you have slow corners, the people probably are more brave because the fact that the risk is less, so can create a bit more trouble. But for example, later on we go to Barcelona and we arrive there in the first corner at 250, I don't know, 22 rider with a lot of speed, and also is a critical and difficult situation. Yeah.
Okay, a quick check just to make sure our media colleagues are happy. I think they are. So we'll move on then to MotoGP Social to complete 2 days press conference. This, with a Hungarian theme, guys, is a game of this or that. You've got your little paddles next to you. So, this or that, would you A, prefer to go shopping in the central market hall, or would you prefer to do B and go cycling on the chain bridge, which connects both sides of Budapest? That's unanimous. Marco, why would you rather cycle over the chain bridge?
Because I hate shopping.
That is a very, very good answer. What about you, Fermin?
I like to visit all these type of things, but if I'm with my girlfriend, for sure I have to put the A.
That is also a very, very smart answer as well. What about you, Joanne?
Well, cycling on the bridge, but just on the bridge, or you can move a bit around.
I think we'll allow you to move around Budapest as well.
Like
You can do.
Just back and forwards over the river.
No, I mean cycling is always way more funny. Like go shopping, I would say for me.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll move on to the second one. Would you rather A, take a dip in the Sechenyi thermal bath, which I have to say sounds rather tempting, or would you take a dip in Lake Balaton? Of course, we are next to Lake Balaton, one of the biggest lakes in Central Europe. Marco, you've gone for B. You'd like a little play in Lake Balaton. Why?
Well, because the nature is good. Of course, also the thermal bath is okay, but at the moment I don't have a girlfriend to go to the thermal bath, so I prefer to go on the lake.
Sounds like you might have a few offers at the end of today. Marcus, so Marco's going to go to the lake. What about you, Fermin?
No, for me the B, because it's a very nice place. I don't know what is inside, if it's more dangerous than the first corner here, but yeah, why not?
And what about you, Joanne?
I think that the Balaton Lake I will take. Nature, I see a beautiful lake out there, so why not? Why not?
Spectacular Balaton Lake, yes. I think 250 kilometres in length, at its widest 9 kilometres. It looks like an adventure playground for us to enjoy at some point this weekend. Number 3, then, a bit of culture now, gentlemen. Would you rather A, discover folk customs at the Skonzen Museum, or would you rather take a walk around the Hungarian Parliament building? Marco, what about you? A bit of culture, is that your thing? A or B?
I go for B. No, sorry, A.
Why A?
Why not discover some folk customs at the Skansen Museum?
I believe I've tried to be very, very good with my Hungarian pronunciation, so I believe it's Skonzen Museum. Skonzen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we've both pretty much got that nailed on the money. So.
I try to go there.
What about you, Fermin?
I like to walk. I like to see all this park, and it's nice. I choose the B for sure.
And Joanne, you've gone for A?
I will go with the
We
A.
go together.
We go together.
We'll all go to the Skonzen Museum at some point.
Exactly.
Okay, and finally, this is food, gentlemen, something that we always enjoy. Would you rather A, eat some farsongi fank, I believe, sweet donuts in a coffee shop, or would you rather B, enjoy some beef goulash in a Hungarian restaurant? I don't think you need a coffee shop to enjoy some sweet donuts, but Marco, what about you?
Yeah, goulash is fantastic. Now maybe it's not the correct season to try goulash because it's summer, but I really enjoy it. So why not? Then here maybe it's even better than all over the world. So yeah.
And it looks like we're about to find out the two of you have sweet teeth because Fermin's going for the donuts. Fermin, why did you go for A?
I never tried the goulash, and maybe it's...
Yes.
Eh?
And the donut, yes.
Yeah, the donut is not bad options. I choose.
And Joanne, was that an easy choice for you?
Yes, because the goulash looks spicy.
You're not into spicy food?
No, I normally have trouble with the spicy, so I will go with the A.
So you're going to go for the safe option, sweet donuts.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all. Gentlemen, thank you very much. All that's left for me to say is best of luck to all three of you this weekend. If you can now please stand for the official photo. Thank you.